All right, thanks guys again. Thanks for coming in. Look, I like to think that I got the fun clinic because I know what do coaches come to clinics wanting. It's drills. It's always drills that they can then take with them back into their team training. So tonight's session is just a whole lot of drills. Okay, so looking forward to being able to show different types of drills that will help with athletes' long-term development. Now again, as has been said through the whole coach education sessions, we're not saying that these are the right drills or this is the exact right way to do things. This is just the way that I found drills that have been successful and have helped players develop. Important from what you see tonight, like take the drills and adapt them to so you can coach through your personality. Okay, if there's things that you feel you can change or you think you can tweak, great. These are kind of just more simple sort of structures and bases for drills for you then to go and personalize. The same way that Jared coaches a drill, the same way that Lucas coaches a drill is going to be different than how I coach a drill. Okay, so try to see what you can steal from me and adapt as your own. The key for selecting what drills you do in your trainings though is really important. Okay, you may see a drill here, you say, I like that drill. That drill, you may not be able to think of how it relates to your team's system or development. May not be the best drill for us to select, but pocket it, keep it in mind for down the road. Okay, so when you are selecting drills, particularly for long-term development, your drills must be beneficial for your athletes in terms of your system or style of play, or be beneficial for their long-term development. Okay, so it either has to apply to what you're doing with your team or what your athletes need for long-term development. That should go into your selection of what drills you want to implement into your team trainings. What long-term athlete development means, developing and improving the skills that your athletes need to be successful at their next levels of basketball. Okay, that's long-term development. It's not necessarily things that they're going to be good at now. It's not necessarily going to be things that your team needs now, but it's things and skills that your players will need for the future. Okay, don't expect your players to get some of these drills right away or become good at it right away, but over time, long-term development, it will benefit them. All right, the types of drills that we're looking for are drills that benefit players shooting, passing, dribbling, footwork, decision-making, and competitiveness. Those are kind of the backbone of our skill development. Our skills should be looking to develop those facets of their games. One of the main things that I see particularly with junior athletes and the difference between elite junior athletes and pretty good junior athletes is their ability to work both sides of their body. Left and right hand passing, left and right hand dribbling, left and right hand finishing. Okay, so we won't necessarily show both sides of every drill right now, but just assume that if we were to work on something from the right side in training, we would then spend time on the left. Okay, but that ability for players to be able to develop their use of both hands is a major difference in terms of skill development for players. Patrick Hunt had a good quote at our recent Basketball Australia Coaches Conference, just saying that our job as coaches is to make trainings engaging and challenging for athletes. Modern athletes, they need engagement, okay? Different from years ago where you just have a team do the same drill in 2 lines for 20 minutes, and that was enough, because that's just how it was. Players need to be engaged, okay? So our drills are looking to engage athletes in a way that makes improving fun for them and promotes their curiosity to want to get better, okay? We want them to want to get better. It's our job to provide them the opportunities to do that through engaging drills. Oftentimes we'll run a drill in training. The players may be not as engaged, or we're wondering what can we do? Well, oftentimes we can change the drill. I think sometimes we look to put blame on athletes or put blame on somewhere else. We really could just change the drill. Okay, make a drill more challenging, make a drill more engaging so players are more excited to do it. Okay, what we're seeking in our trainings for long-term development to make those drills more engaging, integrated drills that incorporate multiple facets of skill development within the one drill. So that could be ball handling and passing, that could be decision making and finishing, but we don't want, again, just a passing drill or just a finishing drill or just a shooting drill. Okay, we want to integrate different facets of skill development all within the one to get more out of the drill. Important that you coach within the drill. Don't rely on the movements of the drill to get your desired outcomes. Okay, I can't put players on the floor and say, Yep, you dribble here, pass there, you shoot it, and get the desired effect of developing assertive, aggressive drivers and great shooters. Okay, you have to coach from within the drill. Okay, so whatever your movements of the drill and structure of the drill is, important that you continue to coach within the drill and coach the details within the drill to be able to maximize their development within it. All right? No matter what drills you're doing, important that you get your players to go as hard as they can. Okay, if your players aren't going as hard as they can within the drill, there's really no point. Okay, now obviously sometimes there's an element of teaching, or you might do more walkthroughs and more half speed, but as soon as you can, get them going full speed. Okay, a lot of the drills tonight, effort's going to be one thing that just should be expected. Okay, if they're not going full speed, nothing else matters. Your pivoting, your footwork, your passing that you're working on becomes irrelevant if they're not going full speed. Okay. The layout for tonight, okay, we'll start with just a couple warm-up drills. Okay, move into some ball handling and some passing. Work on some footwork, contested shooting, bit of 1v1 play, and then going into some decision making. Okay. Now these drills are not a training session. This is not the first drill is the first one, and the last drill is your last drill of the session. Okay. This is all just to be worked in within your elements of training, such as transition defense, footwork, system of play, style of play. So some of the drills might seem a bit disjointed. There's no clear link between them. Again, that's because these are all just different drills that you can take with you. Okay?